Next, we have Regional Housing Authority report. So we got Gus. There he is.
Good evening, Mayor Didball, members of the council. My name is Gus Becerra, the Executive Director of the Regional Housing Authority. And I wanted to give you a presentation today on our agency to show you the regional efforts that we're doing. As you know, we're in 4 counties, Sutter, Nevada, Yuba, and Colusa, but definitely focusing on our operations in the city of Yuba City. You have a handout that we passed out if you'd like to take a look at it. Just quickly, in your handout is just an org chart that shows our various departments in our agency, our maintenance, finance, asset management, program management, and our planning and community development departments. As you may know, one of our core programs of our agency is the Housing Choice Voucher Program, commonly known as the Section 8 program. Our total agency voucher count is about 660 vouchers. Of those, about 650, give or take, are in the city of Yuba City. That program is a rental assistance program where income qualified voucher holders can go out to the private sector and rent from the private market. Within our Section 8 voucher program, embedded in that program, we have for the Sutter and Yuba counties, we have what's called the VASH program. We've been allocated by HUD 29 vouchers that are specific for veterans and more specifically for veterans receiving case management services through our local VA office. We received about 14 vouchers a couple years ago, and just this year we got an additional 15 VASH vouchers to help veterans in need in our community. So we're pretty happy about that. Also embedded in our Section 8 program is what we call our Family Self-Sufficiency Program. And I know Mayor Didball and council members Cleveland and current council member Cardoza, who's on our board, have experienced some of the graduates we put through this program. And just in a nutshell, it's a program for participants who are on the Section 8 program to enroll in our FSS program. And basically what we do is the goal of the program is to get folks off of assistance, to get them off of Section 8 and any other type of public assistance. They establish goals, and then we help them with local Sutter County one-stops, with any type of service group to get them to attain those goals, Yuba College. And at the completion of their 5 years, they graduate from the program and they build up an escrow account that then they take out by reducing the housing assistance that we pay. They build up this escrow account. And then they get off the program, they're off of public assistance, and then we encourage them to look into home ownership. It's not required that they do that, but we encourage them. And some of them actually have moved on to home ownership, which is really neat to see a graduate of our FSS program who at one time had very little to no income and then moves up through their own goals and their own efforts through education and work and training. They go off of assistance and then they're just employed in our community or they're homeowners or what have you. It's a really rewarding program. Another one of our core programs is what we call the HUD Public Housing Program. Our agency has a total of 173 units of public housing. 123 of those are located in Yuba City in 2 separate developments. I'll show you here in another slide. These are our 3 developments. The one in the middle is a 24-unit elderly senior housing project located on Joanne Way in Yuba City. And the other 99 units in Yuba City are located in Richland Housing. The 99 units are multifamily, so we range from 2 to 4 bedrooms in that development. And River City Manor, they're all 1 bedrooms in those 24 units for seniors. Also in Yuba City, we have 190 units of annual farm worker housing. And these are all 190 of them are located within Richland Housing. In order to qualify for this program, you must make a minimum of $5,700 in farm labor income. Most of these families make a lot more than that in farm labor income, but that's the threshold that USDA puts out there. It's just another property that we own in Colusa that we acquired and rehabbed. Also in Yuba City is our seasonal migrant farm worker program, and that is 79 units. And when I say seasonal, it's only open from the 1st of May through the 31st of October. It's only open for 6 months, and those are state regulations. We just opened on the 1st of May, and in one day we leased up all 79 units to migrant farm workers. Most of the migrant families, most of them are repeat residents that come year after year. A great deal of them come from Texas. There's a good portion that come from Southern California. We have a few that come from Mexico. And in the last 3 or 4 years, we've even seen some families come all the way from India for the first time. Another program that we operate here in the city of Yuba City is with the former redevelopment agency of Yuba City. They purchased some single-family homes that we manage for the successor agency of the RDA, which is the city. And those are scattered throughout the city. There's about a dozen of them, ranging from 2 to 4 bedrooms with various rent ranges. We also partnered with the city on the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, which is approximately 20 single-family homes. Out of those 20, I think 17 of them are in Yuba City. The other 3 are in Live Oak. Also, those range from 2 to 5 bedrooms with different affordable rents, depending on bedroom size as well. Another operation that we have in the city of Yuba City is we partnered with Yuba Center Behavioral Health on a 6-unit property on Teasdale Avenue. And that's for folks receiving case management from our local Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health. And the referrals come from them, and we just property manage that property for them. And this is a similar property partnered with Behavioral Health, but that's located in Marysville. Other affordable properties that we have in the city of Yuba City, on Percy Avenue, there's an 8-unit project. You can see there. On Gray Avenue, we have this 64-unit multifamily project named Kingwood Commons. And on the corners of Plumas and B Streets, we have the Town Center Senior Manor, which is restricted to elderly, 62 and over for seniors there. Our Planning and Community Development Department is kind of a unique division of our agency. They do various things. They contract with different cities and counties to administer that city or county's first-time homebuyer program or their owner-occupied rehab program. And we do that both of those programs for the city of Yuba City. They're also in charge of all of our capital projects and new construction development. Our single-family owner-occupied rehab program, we administer that for the city, and that is depending on the funding sources that the city have, but we use CDBG, we'll use Home, we'll use CalHome, and that's for qualified first-time home buyers that fall within the area median income that HUD publishes every year. The city provides what's called a soft second on that loan in order for them to qualify for a first mortgage. And then we also administer the city's owner-occupied, oh, I went backwards, huh? That was the owner-occupied program. There's the first-time home buyer program. The owner-occupied program is for low-income homeowners that also fall under the HUD-published area median income. And what we do is we conduct kind of an overview of the health and safety needs of that of that specific property. We make sure they income qualify, and then we work with your building department to make sure all health and safety items are part of the scope of work. And it's also a soft loan, just like the first-time home buyer program that's deferred. Payment on these loans are triggered if the homeowners sell the property or refinance the property or try to grant deed the property to a family member, then that triggers payments back to the city of Yuba City. And so it turns into kind of a revolving loan so that you can continue to assist other families. So. Just kind of a list of other capital projects we've done in the city. And this is one that we're currently under construction on. This is kind of a before of the year-round farm worker units that I talked about. We're currently in progress on rehabbing 44 of them. That's kind of some befores of the exterior and the interior. And then there's kind of construction in progress. That's almost finished. None of our 44 units are actually done yet, but here's kind of a recent picture showing what the after product is going to look like. So, big difference from there to there. And then there's just some photos of the finished interiors that some of the units that are almost done. And those are located here in the city of Yuba City. Another one of the things that we do is we're also a developer. And you know, we work with a lot of cities and counties on different housing projects. And here's some old public housing just to show, it's not in Yuba City, it's in Live Oak that we demolished. I know Councilmember Cleveland clearly remembers this project known as Maple Park. When the bulldozers came in, we had our board out there kind of cheering it on. And then we developed into a 56-unit multifamily housing project, and then another phase of 35 units of senior housing, all where 30 units used to be. So one of our core beliefs is land use. You know, when stuff is under density, build up the density, right? Infill is kind of one of our core beliefs, as to not, you know, infill housing. Just another project we did in Live Oak on a bare piece of land, also infill, that we built 56 units of multifamily. And then that's one in Colusa that we acquired and rehabbed. But in Yuba City, we built 10 new farm worker units that we completed in 2015. Those were a new construction project. So those came out pretty nice. And then here's one that we just wrapped last month in the city of Williams. Just completed construction on 32 units of senior housing. And here's a planned project that we do have for the city of Yuba City, currently working with your planning department and your building department on bringing a project to your planning commission for a project located on the corner of Percy and Garn Highway. That will be known as New Haven Court. We have most of our financial commitments already, except one of those financial commitments is being held up by the state of California with some court validation process. But it'll be a 40-unit project in partnership with Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health for folks receiving services and case management through Sutter Yuba Behavioral Health. 3-story building, elevator access. So if this funding source that's being held up with the state right now, we're hearing from state HCD that maybe late summer, early fall, those dollars will be released. If that's the case, then we could apply for what's called tax credit financing in the spring of 2019. So we'll keep you posted on that. And just another project that we're hoping to get off the ground in the city of Truckee. That one, I think we're going to start construction on that one in July, and that's a 90-unit project, multifamily. We're close to closing our financing on that, so we're pretty excited about that. Be happy to entertain any questions. Did I keep it at 10 minutes, Terrell? I was told 10 minutes. So I'd be happy to entertain any questions of the council.
Thank you, Gus. Anybody have any questions?
No questions, but it's come a long way, Gus, from when I first got onto that board in '07, I think it was, and going from the dyslexic, somewhat dysfunctional, and finding all the problems and going through and healing it all and changing it, and it's, wow, what a difference going from a handout to a hand up to getting people out there, and it's been very good. And the Truckee one I didn't know about. That's pretty cool. But,
That's a new one we've been working on.
Okay, and but all the others that you've done to make sure that the housing is there, and I think people want to take note of that one place there off of Percy, that it's going to be for some of the mental health or the assisted, uses that we're all talking about. It's happening in our community, and so just want to let you know that we are, very busy, and the housing authority is very busy making some strides in that and in solutions. So, thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Questions? Thank you, Gus, very
Thank you.
much. Great report.